What is going on, everybody? It is Jew here with another comic review. And before we get to the review, if you're new to the channel, what's the reviews, or have some recommendation of any books to review, or any films, games, whatever it is you want me to review, I will try my hardest to try to make it happen if it sounds interesting. But so if you're new and you want that, go ahead, subscribe, leave comment below, let me know, hit the like, and send me any link that I need to know of any particular book or anything like that that needs to be reviewed. But on this one, I'm going to go ahead and review this book called Flawed by Image Comics. I think it's an indie. I believe it's an indie. It's brand new, but it's been out for a few months. But I read both issue 1 and issue 2. Flawed is made by Brown, Frizzy, and Carey. I want to say, I don't. Well, let's get to their full names. Written by Chuck Brown, art by Prinzi. Okay, that one, I don't know. That's a full name. And lettering by Becca Carey. Edited by Melissa Guilford. Logo designs, production, all that stuff. Erica Snats. All right, so let's get into this. First, I'm going to start by saying off the rip, this is a very, very good series so far. Out of 2 issues that I've read, this is actually a really good series. I think I have the alternate cover of the main character, which is she is falling. It looked like she's falling upside down on the city, and then the alternate cover for issue 2 as well, where she is bloody with chains, and it's like she's behind. I don't know, something. But this is a book about a doctor. I guess she's like a shrink, a psychiatrist, a shrink, someone who talks to people. And it starts off with her talking to one of her clients about something that happened to, I want to say her client's son. He was murdered, and she just talks to them, influences her clients. But the reality is that's just her day job. That's her day job, and nobody knows what she does outside of that. But she talks to people to get closer insight with the victims' families. Well, that's what so far. She probably does other things and has a whole alternative mission. But on this one, she has a mission to keep have some feelings towards the family of the victim, and pretty much what she does after she talks to this particular lady, she leaves. She talks to her. I want to say her secretary, her assistant, or something like that, and they talk about what their plan is. And her plan is to get at this guy called a skinwalker. What he does, he attacks African American kids and he skins them. That's so far. That's what they have as what he does. He skins them, like kills them, takes their skin off. It's brutal. It's very brutal, and she wants to find out where this guy is. So she is on a mission to find this guy, and she goes and finds some of the people around this guy, and it gets pretty bloody. It gets very violent. This is you need to be mature to sit there and read this, because this is one of those books, if it ever came to like a film or any type of TV series, it would not be on regular TV. It is very brutal. There is some heavy action. There's a lot of blood. There's some killing. She is a savage. She's an absolute savage. So in the first one, it's just getting through her taking out the skinwalker. Yeah, Skinwalker and some of his people around him, killing them, brutal. So the second one, and then the second one gets more into there's like detectives, because the detectives go to a scene and they find dead bodies, and these dead bodies are who she killed, and her payback is, I'll deskin your people too. The detectives are looking like, you think this is a skinwalker? They're like, nah, he don't do that to adults. So, so they get to an origin. They get to a story of an origin of what actually happened, because this guy did not die. The skinwalker, after he was savagely, she went in there and did her thing. He did not die. And they're trying to figure out, like, okay, why come this guy is different? What makes him different? So they went to like a backstory of something that happened. I want to say in I can't remember exactly what country, but I want to say like tribe. It was like some way back in the day of the tribal of Africa somewhere, one of the countries. I can't say exactly. There was these big old mutant bug like creatures, and they were attacking tribes, and somehow a human or something. This guy mutated some of the I can't even say exactly what it is. Mutated some of their abilities. I want to say, or just something that caused him to be different. Whatever they believe, that's how it happened. And this guy had been living for years. So he goes into a hospital. He's wrapped up. They said they go back to check on this guy. They go back into the room. He killed a whole bunch of people and left. Yes, by the way, it was a spoiler. Well, a little bit. There's more to the story. There's way more to the story. But I'm just letting you know, this is a really, really good story. And so far, out of two books. But what I'm going to do for now on, when I read series, I'm going to give my initial review based off the first two or first issue. But then I won't come back with a full review until the whole series is over. So, like, if this is a 6-book series, I'll read all 6 and I'll come back again and review the whole thing. I don't know if it says exactly how many is in the series. I could probably look it up. I could go on image.com, go to their page and see if they have if they're going to say how many series is in this. I mean, how many issues is in this series. I'll read all of them, which will take a few months, obviously, because especially this only been out for 2 months, September, October, I think, and so it's going to take a few months before I get another review on these. But I'm not going to get every issue and review every single issue. I'm going to get to the end of the issue, and then I'm going to do a full review. But I'll do the initial review, which I'm doing now for the first 2. And right now, I got to give this an 8.5. Man, this is a really good series. And it's also has original characters. It has, and what I mean by original characters is it's kind of a shaded I guess Hollywood, I guess, I don't know. But it has a black female as the main character, and she does her thing. And I'm not an advocate or nothing like that, but if it feels organic, authentic, then it's gonna get its credit where it's due. It doesn't feel like it's just being thrown into place. So I like it. I like it. And I recommend this. I recommend this to anybody that's into a wild. It's not even really such a superhero type book. It's more of just a vigilante, revenge, female John Wick. Um, hard to explain. There's a lot going on, but she's crazy as hell, and she doesn't like what these people are doing to these people, and she wants to make sure she's leaving a message. So yes, I recommend it. Like I said, I give it an 8.5, and so far from what I read so far, and yeah, so Flawed. Go ahead and check it out.